settling in all right?
Huh? Who are you? What are you? Am I dead?
Don't tell me you're surprised. You're overreacting.
Well, what is this place? And who are you again?
So many questions, but I'm not the one to answer them. I am to meet you and take you to the one who you should really ask. So why don't we set out on our journey?
Başlayalım dayı.
Keep it up, one step at a time. Don't mind what you see here. There's absolutely nothing to look at.
Yani bakacak hiçbir şey yok mu diyorsun? Resimler var o kadar ha. Yürü gidelim dayı.
This place looks familiar, eh?
I've never seen it before. Calling something familiar around these parts would be rather far-fetched.
Never mind. You'll remember soon. Come in and go upstairs.
What will I find there?
This lighthouse will lead you home. It's hard to explain. You'll know it when you get there. Don't rush it. What I like about this place is that there's absolutely no reason to hurry. Time means nothing here.
Thanks for the tip.
You're welcome. I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
How weird. This place seems so familiar.
Aleykümselam Sinancım, hayırlı akşamlar.
I think I'm beginning to understand. How many times have I seen you? Too many to count, right?
Bura nere şimdi?
Do not linger. The master is waiting.
He's been waiting for quite a while. He can wait some more. After all, time means nothing here. You said it yourself. At least somewhere it's true.
You're right on this one. It's hard to disagree. In any
Hamdolsun
case,
Sinan'ım be.
keep it
Yaramazlık yok
up.
Allah'a şükür. Sen
We're
nasılsın?
almost there.
Keyifler nasıl hacı? Nasıl gidiyor?
It seems this
Allah
place
iyilik
is
versin
dead.
inşallah.
Not because it died, but because it never had a chance to live. It has its own charm, though.
That's for sure.
Well, you don't seem to be in a hurry. It's good to see you again. I bet you have a lot of questions.
You're the master, I gather. Yeah, you're absolutely right. My memories about this place are starting to come back, but these are just random pieces. Sensations, even. Everything I see around myself should probably confuse me. Even the fact I'm hearing your voice, but don't see you.
Hadi hayırlısı olsun Sinancım.
Not necessarily. You've seen everything.
Allah kaza
countless
bela
times.
vermesin. Hayırlı uğurlu
And
olsun.
you've
Güle güle
done
kullanın.
everything you should. Well, almost everything. But we'll talk about this later. Now, you can ask your questions. Questions. I love them.
Let's start with something simple. Who are you?
You call this a simple question? Well, I can offer you several answers. I am you. I am your death. I am your creator. I am your creation. Choose whichever you like best. They are all true.
Bir konu mu
What
açayım?
does that mean?
Yazıları
Doesn't make
okuyorum
any
Sinan
sense.
ya. Oyuna
If you
odaklandım.
expect me to look for a meaning when there's none, or get it out of you word by word, think again. Since it's you who wants something from me, would you be so kind as to say what it is?
You are right, of course. I'd better tell you the whole story. Sorry, I could not help it. Come closer to our throne. I think it will be best if we
Oyuna
talk face
odaklandım
to
vallahi
face.
Sinancım. Yazıları okuyorum sürekli konuşuyorlar.
So, we meet again, face to face. Speaking of which, your face fits this place perfectly, as I see.
That's right. Since you already know you're dead, let's start with your birth. You see, we were together once. One body with no name, no age, no beginning, and no end. But one day,
Fırında tombik.
something happened. Even I cannot explain it. Perhaps we got bored. What's important is that we decided to split. This is how you and I became to be.
Keep talking.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you're intrigued. Yes, we ceased to be the absolute. Each of us had our own shortcomings and limitations, but we also found new opportunities. In other words, we gained some features inherent only to each of us. I managed to create our first world. It was poor and wretched, but it was there. You lived your first life in. You even gathered some building blocks for it. I used these blocks to update the first version. I improved it, making it more extensive and diverse. This building material is your life, your every sigh and every impression. I collect them every time you come here. That's why you almost don't remember anything. That was our agreement.
Wait, are you trying to say that all my life that I've lived, all the people I've loved, is no more than an illusion? Has my life been unreal?
Kadayıf mı?
unreal.
Yok abi, sağ olasın
As
ya.
you
Allah
know,
razı olsun
the
kardeşim.
very
Kesene bereket.
concept of reality can exist
Yeni yedim ben
only
de.
in the world we created. By the way, it was one of the biggest and strongest blocks you ever brought me to help with construction. Will it keep on living without us? Yes, it definitely will.
Bu arada sen tombiye kıyabilecek misin lan? Kesebilecek misin bu hayvanı?
Since we are immortal, you know.
So, does that mean I have to be reborn? That hasn't happened yet. So what's the problem?
Yes. This
3
is the
tabak.
tricky part.
Maşallah,
But
maşallah.
I'm not ready to lay
Afiyet
all
olsun
my
mübarek,
cards on
maşallah.
the table just yet. I can only say that I don't collect all your memories. You know, some things you see, some impressions you get at some points in your life, make you change your very perception and understanding of it. So, as we agreed, I leave these to
Dedenin
you.
çay.
And before
Afiyet
I ask
olsun
the
hacı.
ultimate
Ya
question,
3 tabak biraz
the
fazla
cost
değil mi
of
lan?
thanks to which we are here today,
Kilo yapar
you
oğlum ya.
must refresh these memories in your mind.
Yani
I think I
fazla
have
şeker
no
iyi değil.
choice. Although I don't need it.
Yemesi
Tell me what I
güzel de
have to do.
fazla şeker iyi
There is
değil
a
hacı.
portal behind your back. Enter it. I'll be nearby. You won't see me, but you can hear me. I'll help you.
Tamam. Yağ gibi aktı gitti, ben de anlamadım diyorsun ha. Zaten zayıfım, biraz kilo alayım ha. Afiyet olsun hacı, ne diyeyim. Ona güzel üzerine ceviz de dök biraz. Ceviz de güzel gider. Ya da dondurmayla, ya cevizle ya dondurmayla, ikisiyle de güzel gider. Yok ya, tahin ağır gelir. Tahin ağır gelir
What
hacı.
is this place?
Maybe you'll tell me it's your life after all.
I'm not sure. I need to look around first.
Önce etrafa bakınalım biraz. Ha, sürekli yolu takip edeceğiz herhalde.
Yeah, now I recognize it.
How interesting. So, what is it then?
This is my childhood. This is how I imagine my pillow fort. The coziest place on earth. Every time I got in with a book in my hands, the rest of the world ceased to exist. At least when I was immersed into the world of a story unraveling before me.
Ah, sounds fascinating.
Buralarda bir şey var mı toplanacak? Ne alacağız? Ben tatlı olarak ne yedim abi? Sütlaç yedim ya. Akşam iftardan sonra bir sütlaç yedim. Üzerine 2 bardak kahve içtim. İyiyim iyiyim. Kafa hafif hafif yerine gelmeye başladı. Bunlar da bizim kütüphane herhalde. Hafif hafif. Sütlü tatlılar güzel oluyor. Hafif oluyor. İnsanı fazla rahatsız etmiyor. Bu yolu takip edeceğiz herhalde ya. Böyle bodoslama gidiyorsun. Şurada bir yer var.
Yet another cozy corner in the world.
I do. Only I imagined this place much later when I grew. The feelings are completely different, but the purpose is still the same. I've always been keen on good stories. I imagine myself to be a great traveler, an adventurer. Every time I did, I was one. I lived in those stories. I breathed them, and each time my imagination brought me here.
Stories are your passion. That's the reason why you, not me, keep living these lives.
İftarda ben fazla yemiyorum Sinan ya. İftarda bir tabak çorba yiyorum, kalkıyorum masadan. Çorbadan fazlasını yemiyorum yani. İftardan sonra da varsa bir tane tatlı yiyorum. Ondan sonra bırakıyorum. 2 tane kahve içiyorum. Sahura kadar da bir şey yemiyorum. Çünkü yaş artık ilerledi. Eritmiyor sizin gibi. Yok valla eskiden yiyordum anasını satayım. İftarda da yiyordum, sahurda da yiyordum. Gündüz de kurt gibi acıkıyordum da artık bir tabak çorba bile fazla geliyor. Yaş ilerleyince vücut eritmiyor acı. Bu kim lan?
Come on, keep up. You're almost there. I'll race you.
Who was it?
Who's that elusive ghost? Ah, that's your dream. Such a beautiful creature.
Yeah, it is a dream. I know why we're here. It was then, in my childhood, while I had my head buried in all those books, when I felt the taste of fantasy. That's when each story I read unfolded into a whole new world.
When you're engrossed in a good book while having a cup of freshly brewed coffee, it seems that time itself comes to a stop, don't you think?
Ama bacı kayboldu gitti.
Is that there were thousands of such stories.
Abla birden kayboldu gitti. Hadi yarışalım dedi. Yok oldu gitti. Yakalarım ben onu ya. Zaten ormanlık alandaydı. İlla bir yerde yakalarım ben onu. Dur ben onu tenhada sıkıştırırım şimdi dur. Yakalanınca ne olacak? Ramazandayız oğlum, hiçbir şey olmayacak. Oturacağız. Güneşin batışını seyrederiz.
Come closer. Don't be afraid. Do you remember how you and I used to sit on the swing when you were a child?
Dur bakayım,
Of course
kızın
I
sesi
remember.
geliyor.
This was the place where all fantasies materialized. All it took was reach for my dream, reach for you.
Ha, kız orada bak salıncakta. Oha, manzaraya gel.
This old oak still remembers all your adventures. Why don't you have a go in the swing as you used to? Look. Do you see it? It's right there in front of you.
Sen neler seyrediyorsun lan öyle?
Your fortress.
Yeah, I recognize it. I would stay here
Oh
forever.
Sinan'ım.
I
Seni de
know
kaybettik.
you would, but I'm afraid it's not possible. Sorry.
Vay Sinan'ım vay. Seni de kaybettik. İzlemeyle alakası yok. O bir espri. Esprinin ne olduğunu nereden biliyorsun oğlum izlemeden? İzlemeden,
It's a
görmeden
pity we
espriyi
left
nereden
that place
bileceksin?
behind. That's why I really felt the taste for life for the first time.
Behind. Ahead. These words make little sense here, you know. But let's not get carried away. We need to move forward.
Nereye geldim lan ben?
As you say.
Alakası yok. Olayı bil yeter. Eyvallah. Sinan'ım öyle olsun.
What a weird place. Chains tied to odd-looking masts, portholes hidden in rocks, all these skulls. Why? Why all this?
All this is your memories. You'll soon see what it's all about.
This atmosphere, all the freshness and coolness in the air, it's such a familiar feeling. Freedom is the first thing that comes to mind.
I like this place. The world you live in is too vain. There's too much bustle, too many thoughts and worries.
And what's the point
Burası
in all
nasıl
this?
özgürlüğü
That's
hissettirir ya?
not how I see it. It's just that in all this swirling, you need to find the strength to swim in the right.
You might be right. You should know better. After all, I
Her
only bring
tarafta
you the building
zincirler
blocks
var,
to
bilmem
extend
neler var.
reality.
Burası nasıl özgürlüğü hissettirir bir insana ya? Kasvetli bir ortam. Ben o gün kümese gelince Tombik'ten duydum o sesi. Vay vay vay. Tombik'in özel hayatına karışma oğlum. Tombik'in özel hayatı da bayağı hareketli ha bu arada. Hayvan
Maybe as we
gönlünce
reach the
yaşıyor.
top now.
Let's check it.
Çılgın Tombik. Üç horozla mı bastım? Tombik bildiğin kaşar olmuş oğlum.
I recognize this place. Of course, it didn't used to look like this when I saw it. But after all, it's not the real thing. This is how I remember it.
Or rather, this is how you sensed it.
Daha taş fırıncının kızı gibi mi?
I think we need to get on the ship's deck. Look, I think there's someone there. Although I'd rather walk along the shore for a while.
You're right. That's where we have to look for things we came here for. But there's no need to hurry. There's no time here, remember?
Burada yol bitiyor herhalde. Öbür tarafa gideceğiz. Şu gemiye doğru mu gideceğiz? Gemiye doğru sanki bir yol var orada. Yaşlı anlayalım. Niye lan? Tombik daha kaç yaşında? Yaşını doldurdu mu o? Şu tarafa gidince ne var? 2,5 oldu mu? Maşallah lan. Büyümüş bayağı Tombi. Kaç yıl yaşıyorlar ortalama? Ses, müzik seviyesini biraz düşürelim. Şöyle 30'lar iyidir. O gün YouTube'da gördüğüm kadının tavuğu 10 yaşında. Maşallah. Bayağı yaşıyorlar lan o zaman. 10 yaş bayağı yüksek. Ne yapacaksın? Tombiyi eceliyle mi öldüreceksin hacı? Eceliyle mi öldüreceksin yoksa keseceksin mi bir gün?
When I first saw it, it didn't look like a pile of rustling scrap metal at all to me. What I saw was an ancient sea monster, thrown ashore, which was too old to go back into the water.
It wasn't just a trick of the eye.
Ha, 120 derecede fırını düşünüyorsun. İyi, hayırlısı olsun bakalım. Buralarda bir şey var mı? Aa, burada bir herif var.
Hey,
Bu kim?
sailor, how's it going? It seems a storm is coming. We need to check if everything's fastened. I feel we're in for a bumpy ride.
What's he talking about? This ship has run aground, and it looks like it won't go anywhere anytime soon.
Are you sure? Look at him. He doesn't seem to agree with you.
Well, for him, this ship is still up and running. The moment I saw it on the shore when I took it for some sea monster, it was then I realized there is absolutely no difference between fiction and reality, between the living and the dead.
This is a bold thing to say.
Exactly. You see, I can use my imagination to give any object, any notion the meaning I want. All those stories from books, all the worlds they revealed before me weren't the only way out anymore. I realized that I can create these worlds for myself.
You've always understood this.
Yes, always. But only now it gave me a sense of freedom. This old sailor's in denial. He doesn't want to see his ship has run aground.
Exactly. There's only one snag here. You can't give random meaning to random things, or else the world will turn into chaos. At least when it comes to yourself. But there's always a choice.
And it only depends on me.
Hey, sailor, what are you muttering about? There's a storm brewing on the horizon. It'll catch up with us soon. Our friend's heart is wrecked. Get down to the engine room and check how it is. Come on, get a move on.
Motor odası mı?
Look, it really is alive.
Sinancım, Allah'a emanet ol. Dikkat et kendine. Görüşürüz.
It looks like it's the heart of the ship.
It is completely dead.
Can we fix it?
We can do anything. Close your eyes. You know what to do. You can open them now.
The best show in the world. I smell trouble.
You're right about that. You're not going to like what you're about to find behind this door. You see, the world we created has one peculiarity. It's alive.
Alive? What does that mean?
It means that we only lay its foundation, but it keeps developing by itself. If I controlled every bit of this world, there would not be any sense in its existence. Not everything in it is as beautiful as what we saw earlier.
But of course, you are completely impartial, like a true creator.
That's right, and I'm proud of it. How else can it be?
This is a prison. Just great. The best manifestation of life. There are a lot of cells here, judging by how many digits there are in the numbers.
Oh yes, there are many cells and many prisoners. Their name is Legion. Let's take a look in one of them. I believe there is an open one on the level above.
I'm not sure I'd want that.
Want it or not, we'll have to. That's our job, my friend.
Açık hücre dediği burası mı?
So enthusiastic. I bet he won't go far.
All jokes aside, do you see what he is doing? Watch closely. If you look at his precious screen, you can see that there's another one exactly like him. He's being forced to an electric chair, fed by the energy they're generating with all this relentless pedaling. And every one of them knows that sooner or later, they too...
Why are you telling me this? Did you forget it was me who brought these memories from reality? That's exactly what life I'm living is like. Why?
Oh, come on. Calm down, will you? Let's go. The show must go on, you know.
Show must go on. Show must go on. Yukarı mı çıkıyoruz şimdi?
What a loathsome place. What are we gonna see up there?
You've probably guessed already, haven't you? That same chair.
Yeah, apart from that, there's basically nothing else here. Where is the immortal soul in this body?
See this white smiling piece of porcelain nearby? That's a soul substitute. It is more than enough, as you can see.
Enough for what? For a crazy show like this? That's even too much.
Here's our new lucky boy. Thousands of eyes are glued to the screen right now, all full of envy. Are you ready for your 15 minutes of fame?
This Vanity Fair. Is there another way to get out of here?
Forget about it.
No. There's gotta be another way.
Again, I'm sorry, but there's no other way. Sit.
What the heck? No! I don't want to go back there again. There has to be another way. Stop him!
Suratımı parçaladı lan, o maskeyi mi çıkardı?
Where are we now?
I know it was hard. That's why we made a deal a long time ago. Where are we, you're asking? Let's take a walk again. You'll see, it'll all end soon, I promise.
Time seems to have stopped here.
You're quite right, especially for you. Time here is particularly significant.
The one that never changes.
Exactly. It never ends. Another manifestation of life. Perhaps the most important one.
It's not that some armies keep clashing on mythical battlefields. It's just that everyone wants to get higher and crush as many as possible, destroying everyone and everything on their way.
Yes. Perpetuum mobile, don't you think? True perpetual motion of the universe. No more, no less.
No way. Are you trying to say that people are driven to make new discoveries just because they want to dominate the world? No. They only want to trample everything they didn't create. Anything that stands on their way while they try and conquer the world.
Keep talking.
The real force of progress is curiosity. It's the desire to develop and complicate the world. These two stories are easily confused, however, someone else's curiosity can also become one of the weapons in this war.
Do you think there can be one without the other?
I haven't seen anything like this, but I hope. What choice do I have?
That way.
What about them? Did anyone ever get to the top?
To the Oracle? No, of course not. What would be the point of keeping something like this then? What a weird thought. Oh well.
Are you trying to say that we're being treated differently here?
You may say so, yes. But to be honest, I hardly find it attractive. At least it's fun down here. But what's up there? So you get to the top, have all your questions answered. What next?
Here we go again. It's as if there's nothing else apart from this slaughterhouse down there and the oracle at the top.
That's how it seems sometimes. She's beautiful, isn't she? Almost perfect.
So, this is the oracle, I suppose. Now I'll gain some access to some forbidden knowledge.
Of course you will.
Selamünaleyküm abi.
closer. After all, you reached the
Aleykümselam
top.
Ahmet, hoş geldin.
Nasılsın abi, iyisin?
İyi hamdolsun hacı, senden ne haber?
İyi Allah'a
Sorry
şükür
I'm
abi.
not being completely honest. The knowledge you came here for is no secret for those fighting down there. You're also
Sen ne
initiated.
yapıyorsun? Nasılsın?
Then why all this? Why this endless carnage?
That's a good question. I've been wondering too.
İyi,
You
çok
see,
şükür be.
this knowledge
Altyazılara
is
kilitlendim,
so
kusura bakma hacı.
scorching hot that no one really wants to see it for what it is.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Everyone wants to reach the top and ask me about their future. It is that fear of the unknown that leaves people with an impression that they know their future. Future made from wind and ashes, something called power, control, and 1,000 other words.
I see which knowledge you are talking about. Death? No. It's too abstract a word. You're talking about obliviating everything we can call ourselves.
That's right. Each of those people is so eager to stick to who they are and at the same time inevitably losing their identity. Simply because this is life.
What about pain? Isn't it the desire to shield yourself from it forever that makes people subdue everything around them? Build walls?
Walls are made from someone else's pain? No. Pain is an integral part of life. Any change in personality, however small, is pain. And there's only one way to get rid of it. You already mentioned it.
Oblivion.
Now the Master is ready to ask you his question. He's waiting.
Oyun bayağı bir walking simülatör ya.
Ya ne oluyor abi?
Ya şey, yürüyorsun abi, hiçbir etkileşime girmiyorsun, yürüyorsun, sana sürekli bir hikaye anlatıyor.
Ümit abi bu da mı?
Ümit gelmedi bugün.
Ha iyi.
Abi
İyi abi güldün.
konsere çıktık, dur.
So, you've come to the end. It is time to ask the question.
I'm ready. You may ask.
You already know what I want to hear. Either that, or you remembered. Come on, say it yourself.
Of course I know. Or maybe I remembered. You want to know if I'm ready to be born again and live another life.
Yes, there it is, the crossroads. What do you want to do this time? Erase your identity? Regenerate? Be born again and relive all that inspiration and all the pain life gives us? Or have you had enough of going around in circles and now all you want is peace and quiet?
What do you think? What would you rather choose? After all, you can't live without me.
We were inseparable. Don't you remember? Your wish is my wish too.
Yeni bir hayat seçiyorum. Yeterince yaşadım, kalacağım. Hangisini seçerim lan? Yeni bir hayat istiyorum o zaman. Ha, yeni bir hayat seçiyorum.
Oblivion. The most precious, but also the most
Muhtemelen
ubiquitous
kalacak
gift.
değiliz ya.
It can wait though. I choose a new life. It's time to tell a new story.
This is your choice and your burden. I'll see you soon, old friend.
Burada kalacağım desem oyun mu bitecekti?
Galiba.
Olamaz lan, 40 dakikalık oyun mu olur?
Abi 15 dakikada bir tane oyun gördüm ben.
15 dakikada biten oyun mu var lan?
Ben hangi seride unuttum. Oyunun ismini unuttum ya.
Half-Life'ı falan yarım saatte bitiriyorlar, onu biliyorum.
Oyunun kendi özelliği o. 15 dakikada bitirebiliyor. Hangi oyundu? İsmini unuttum.
Şimdi nereye gidiyoruz? Yeni bir hayat. Şey vardı, 1 dakikalık kahraman diye bir oyun vardı. Oyun 1 dakika sürüyordu, o mu?
Yok yok, bu normalde bayağı uzun bir oyun ya. Ya bir adada geçiyorduk, craft yapıyordun hatta
Past
böyle.
altars and stages.
İşte 1 dakikalık
Past
kahraman da oyun
temples
normalde 1
and
dakika sürüyor da bile
taverns.
saatlerce oynuyordu.
Past classic graveyards, past street markets, jabber,
Oyunun ismini unuttum.
past peace and past woe, past Mecca and Rome, burned by the sun's blue glow, the earth, the pilgrims roam. They're heavily injured and hunchbacked.
Just Cause değil
They're
mi?
hungry and almost naked. Their eyes are full of sunset. Their hearts are full of daybreak. The deserts are singing behind them. Sheet lightning breaks out abruptly. Up above, the stars are igniting. And birds are screaming gruffly that the world will remain the same. Yes, indeed the same. Dazzling with snowy game, with fondness its unlikely name.
Aman boş
The
ver.
world will remain underhanded. The world will remain forever.
Şimdi benim merak ettiğim,
Perhaps
aynı
it can
yerleri
be
tekrardan mı
comprehended.
oynatacak?
It
Yoksa
has
bambaşka
no
bir dünyaya mı
limits,
götürecek oyun bizi?
which means it will make no sense to believe in yourself
Ya da
or
oyun
Lord.
bitti mi?
And the things that remain are hence the illusion and the road. All sunsets remain in service. All daybreaks are still in splendor. The soldier will mock Earth's surface. The poet will be its defender.
Oyun bitti lan. Nasıl ya? Şaka. İlginç. Dur bakayım lan. Şu son neye verecek şimdi? İkinci sonu da bir göreyim.
So, you've come to the end. It is time to
Bunu
ask
çok
the
son oyunu
question.
seviyorum.
I'm ready.
Aleykümselam
Let me
Ümit
ask.
abi.
You already know what I want to
Aleykümselam
hear.
Ümitçim. İyi
Either
seyirler.
that,
Görüşürüz.
or you remembered. Come on, say it yourself.
Of course I know. Or maybe I remembered. You want to know if I'm ready to be born again and live another life.
Yes, there it is, the crossroads. What do you want to do this time? Erase your identity? Regenerate? Be born again and relive all that inspiration and all the pain life gives us? Or have you had enough of going around in circles and now all you want is peace and quiet?
What do you think? What would you rather choose? After all, you can't live without me.
We were inseparable. Don't you remember? Your wish is my wish too.
Yeterince yaşadım. Kalacağım.
Life we created has become unbearable. It's time to leave it be. No more. No more of it. I'm staying.
Well then, the throne is yours. Have a seat, master.
Nasıl? Tahta mı oturacağım?
İşte
Aa, büyüdük lan. Yürüdükçe büyüyoruz. Oo, şekil değiştirdik.
düşünsene.
Tahta da yerleştik. İpimle kuşağım moduna geçtik.
Eski oturmuş işte. Taht bizim hakkımız.
Taht bizim hakkımız zaten oğlum.
Haydi onlar mı geçecekti?
Allah Allah. Ne oldu şimdi? Ekran kapandı.
Oyun bitti.
Arkadan sesler geliyor.
Tahtı
Birinin
zor ele geçirmeye
yürüme
çalışıyorlar.
sesi var
Past
sanki.
altars and stages, past temples and taverns, past classy graveyards, past street markets jabber, past peace and past woe, past Mecca and Rome, burned by the sun's blue glow, the earth, the pilgrims roam. They're heavily injured and hunchbacked. They're hungry and almost naked. Their eyes are full of sunset. Their hearts are full of daybreak. The deserts are singing behind them. Sheet lightning breaks out abruptly. Up above, the stars are igniting. And birds are screaming gruffly that the world will remain the same. Yes, indeed the same. Dazzling with snowy game, with fondness its unlikely name. The world will remain underhanded. The world will remain
Ve
forever.
aynı yazılar.
Perhaps it can be comprehended. It has no limits, however. Which means it will make no sense to believe in yourself or Lord. And the things that remain are hence the illusion and the road. All sunsets remain in service. All daybreaks are still in splendor. The soldier will mock Earth's surface. The poet will be its defender.
Ha, bildiğin oyun toplam 1 saat sürüyor hacı.
O da iyiymiş.
He, bu kadar yani, oyun bitti. Yani 2 sorunu da gördük. Başka sorunu da olduğunu zannetmiyorum oyunun. Çünkü 2 tane seçenek veriyor.
Şimdi ne oynayacağız abi?
Bilmiyorum ki ya. Ben bunu genel bir 2-3 saat sürer diye plan yapmıştım ama
40 dakikada bitti.
vallahi 40 dakikada bitti oyun. Ee, ana ekrana gel bari lan.
Süper Mario var mı abi sende?
Super Mario yok ya.
Olaydı ne güzel oynardık. Vıcık vıcık diye.
He, vırçık vırçık. Aa dur, burada bir tane oyun var. Şunu oynarız.